Holy Jesus above. Let me tell y'all about my day. Okay, first of all, I have to tell y'all about my day yesterday. I feel like a weirdo. Okay, so across the street, there's an older couple who, they must be in their really late 60s, but I think they're older than that. I think they're in their like early 70s maybe. I don't know. But they're older. They're not like feeble or anything like that, but they're older. And they were, I saw them out the window. I think I told you guys about this in a other video, maybe in a like a Plan With Me or something. I don't know. But I saw them out the window, and they were lifting these huge like heavy tiles, and I saw them like messing with pallets and like trying to load this trailer on the back of their lawnmower, and I was like, oh my gosh, no, like, no, you're not gonna do that by yourself. I mean, I was raised, and I'm sitting on my bed because I'm freezing, and I'm like cuddled up in this little hole in my bed. Look at this. I'm like, anyway, so I was like, oh no, you're not doing that by yourself. So I ran over there. I locked the screen door so the boys couldn't get out, but they could still see me. And I ran over there. I was like, please let me help you. So I did. And I was like hustling because I did not want him, because he was helping, but I did not want him to lift those heavy tiles. I mean, because he was like, sweetie, these are too heavy for you. I was like, oh no, I'm going to help you. And I was thinking to myself, heavy for me? And he has congenital heart failure and a pacemaker. And he was lifting these big, huge, heavy tiles for their patio. Like on the ground, lifting. So you had to like bend all the way down and lift them all the way up. It was just ridiculous. And my back and my legs hurt so bad. Like my shins and my thighs. Not my calves. My calves aren't sore, so maybe I didn't even lift it right. But my shins and my thighs and my back hurts so bad. It is like only the left side of my back. The right side doesn't hurt, but the left side hurts so bad. And I'm left-handed, so it hurts so bad. So either A, I'm super out of shape, which is definitely true. B, I am getting old, which I'm 30, so I'm totally not old. Or C, I lifted it the wrong way, which is completely possible. Or it could just be a combination of 1 and 3, that I am out of shape and I lifted it wrong. I thought I was lifting with my legs, but I don't know. The way I had to hunch down, it's so bad. The way I had to hunch down to lift it is so ridiculous. Like, I know that I probably didn't do it right, but also, Joshua thought he fixed this problem. He totally didn't. It's still squeaky and awful. So every time I sit on the bed, I've been watching YouTube and editing some videos of my own, and my bed is just where I came to. Just sit here for a second. I'm cooking dinner. It is in the slow cooker. I am making barbecue chicken. It's like one of my favorite things to make in the slow cooker. It's so stinking easy. All I do is get a McCormick spice pack. It's like the McCormick slow roasted barbecue or pulled pork, barbecue pulled pork, something like that. It's slow cooker barbecue pulled pork. Say that like 5 times fast. But it's that. It's like wonderful seasoning packet. It's so yummy. And I put at least 1 full pack, sometimes 1 1/4 or 1 1/2 pack of that. And then Killian saying no troll left behind. And then I put 4 chicken breasts in the slow cooker and put an entire bottle of Baby Ray's barbecue sauce that we get from the grocery store. It's so yummy. And then you just leave it alone. You leave it on high for about, 4 hours or so. And then, but I left it on low for longer than that because we were out. And then when you get back, it's like falling apart, and you just take 2 forks and shred it. It soaks up all that sauce, and it is so scrumptiddlyumptious. It is so good. I love it. I love eating it. It's so good. It tastes, I like pork barbecue too, and we've done it with like a I mean, my mind just went completely blank. We've done it with a Boston butt. Jeez, I couldn't think of it. We've done it with a Boston butt before, and it was really good too, but I really like the chicken. It just feels lighter, you know, it's less fatty, because with the Boston butt, you do have to take, like, out the fat, because it's really gross. But with the chicken, some of the fat, like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, because I'm about to eat it, so it's really gross. But you don't have to do that with the chicken, so it feels lighter. Obviously, it is, because it's chicken, so it's leaner, but it's really yummy, and I love it. So that's what we're having for dinner. I don't know if Joshua wanted that, but I just totally made it. My face is breaking out. It's annoying, and I'm sick of it. I'm way too old to have breakouts. It's annoying, and I'm tired of it. And I'm just tired. I've had a really bad day. Oh, so that's why I got on here to tell you my bad day. I was telling you about my back killing me. So today, when we woke up, I was having a great day. I got like 2 videos knocked out while the boys were awake and going crazy. They were a little bit loud during the videos, but it wasn't that bad. I was still able to film. They were just playing so nicely. I was like, I'm going to do this and get this done. So I got 2 videos done. I need to do a lot more. But I did that, and I was like, yeah, you know, I got my our collab. I did the video on it. I did it, and then I edited it, and then uploaded it. It was great. I was like, yeah, this is great. You know, I'm getting so much done. And then I started getting them ready. It was a complete and absolute disaster. So I feel like every single time Jaron comes over here, he's grown out of like everything we own, especially in the top area, because his belly is just, you guys, he's just in that stage where he like is getting chubby, which he's always been chubby, always. He's not like really chubby, like overweight or anything. He's just thick. He's a thick boy, and around the middle, he's a little chubby. So he's just in that stage where I feel like he's just going to have a growth spurt, and then it's going to go away. But the point of it is, every time he comes over here, he's like busting out of all his shirts. So that was a problem. I had to find him things that were weather appropriate, because it's super warm outside for no reason. And so weather appropriate and that actually fit him, which is really kind of a bummer, because I bought him a ton of like thin long sleeve shirts. And then with us having the flu and him having the flu, he hasn't even been here for like, this is the 4th weekend. So we missed 3 weekends with him. And so 2 of those were ours. So this was originally supposed to be her weekend, so we'll get him this weekend and next weekend. Because she's like weird about keeping track of the weekend. I don't know. I don't understand, guys. I'm not going to talk about it. So anyway, I'm like going around the rabbit trail. I'm sorry, but you guys don't mind, right? We're just chatting. I just have to keep my brain on track. I can't even remember what I'm saying. So that was a issue. And then Killian, I couldn't find his other shoe. I still can't find his other shoe, and it's my most favorite shoes he owns. It's his little Converse that looks so cute on him, and they're easy because they're wide Converse, which is hard to find, but they're wide Converse, and his feet are so thick and fat that they just fit him so good, and it's annoying. So I couldn't find those. His tennis shoes did not look good, and then I found these other shoes that for some reason are his size but slip off of his feet. I don't even know why. And they kept slipping off, so I was getting so frustrated. And then I still looked like a mess. Like, I don't know, I still look like a mess right now because the wind has blown my hair to heck and back. But it's just chaotic, okay? It was crazy chaotic. Like, not even creative chaos chaotic. It was like extra. It was like way too much. So I finally got them ready, and I'm getting the diaper bag. I'm refilling his juice, because if he doesn't have juice or some kind of liquid in his cup all the time, whether it's water or juice or whatever it is, all the time, if he doesn't have something to drink, he flips out. He has to have something to drink all the time. So I knew that an hour-long drive to go to my dad's 50th birthday party at the church I was going to need something to drink. So I fixed him something in his juice cup. And then I was getting everybody ready, all the bags, the diapers, the wipes, and everything a mom has to do. I was trying to shovel it in. Jaron wore the wrong shoes, so we had to stop and put on the right. It's just a mess. And so we're trying to get out the door, And I totally leave my keys on the key peg. And Josh was all harping on me about lock the door, lock the door, lock the door, like this part of the door, like this part of the door, which obviously I know I need to lock the door, you guys, but sometimes I'm just like, oh. So I locked the door before. Usually I'll put the kids in the car and then make sure I have everything and then go back and check. But I was like, it's totally fine. Locked the door, got to the car, realized I left Killian's burn cream because he burned himself. That's a whole different story if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. So he burned himself, so I've been putting Neosporin and stuff on it. And I forgot it in the house, so I was like, crap, I need to go get it. And then I was like, are you with me? Do you know what happened? I forgot the keys in the house. And I just locked the door. So, like, automatically my mind starts thinking, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? I can open the garage and see if maybe I can get in through that door. Well, Joshua was cleaning the garage, took the garage door opener out of the car and put it inside the house in his jacket pocket. That's out. So I go to the back door. Joshua locked the deadbolt on the back door, so there's no breaking in that sucker. Like, there's no hope. So I'm like, okay, crap. So I don't have tools to take the deadbolt off of the door, like to do anything to take the doorknob or anything like that, to like do some heavy duty things. There's not, I'm not going to bust a window. There's not like a paned door where I can just knock one pane out and then we have to replace that. It's not a big deal. No, there's none of that. So I'm trying to break into my own house with like a credit card, which I can do on a cheap door. I can totally do it. I've had to do it so many times. I've had to do it in like churches where like I need to go print stuff off or get into an office and my dad forgot to leave me a key or whatever at church. I mean, I'm a church kid. I know how to break in. Okay. Please. Anyway, so I've broken into the church bunches of times for stuff that I needed to do, or I forgot my church key and whatever. So I've done that before. Broken into an office. Hold on, baby. Jaren's breaking things. Anyway, I've had to break into places, or like when I was a teenager, my dad would always forget that I was gone. And he would always lock the door on me so that when I came in, I couldn't get in and I wouldn't have a key, or my key was not with me, or I left my key inside, like whatever. So I would have to break into my own house. Anyway, I've broken in with like a card on a cheap door, but you can't do that with like a sturdy good door. So it's good to know my house is hard to break into, right? Because I was doing it, I did it with a flathead screwdriver and tried to break in. I did it with a credit card and broke 2 of my cards. I did it with, I don't know, I was just trying to pop the lock. And if you can get it to pop, it'll do it. Because I didn't lock the deadbolt. Anyway, it wouldn't do it because my door is great, which is amazing. That's good to know. But, dear God, I just needed to get back inside, and I was flipping out. I was like, oh my God. Luckily, as soon as I put Killian in the car seat and, like, said, click, he said, and he was out. So he was taking a nap the whole time. It was really cool and breezy. So at least it wasn't too hot for the boys to be in because they were in their clothes and they were in jeans, and it was just like, ugh. And so we sat out there. After I figured out I couldn't get in, we sat outside. All together, we sat outside for an hour and a half. I was outside. And my landlord eventually had to come and open up the door with the spare key. And I felt so awful. I felt so bad that he had to stop his day and then had to get in the car and come and let us in the house. Like, I felt so bad. I'm so happy that my house was clean. So, because he like unlocked the door and then he opened it up so you can like see into the whole living room and everything. He was like looking in, and I was so happy that my house was like cleaned up and picked up and there wasn't like a crazy mess. So glad I worked so hard cleaning yesterday, or you know, because of course they played and everything like that. So toys were everywhere in the living room yesterday, and I cleaned it all up and everything before he came and saw it. So I was so happy about that. But anyway, that sucked. So I didn't even leave until 15 minutes after the birthday party started. So I get there an hour late, a little over an hour late, because it takes us an hour to get to my church, and that's where it was. So I get to my dad's birthday party an hour late. Everybody's there, and they're just kind of like, why the heck is his daughter late as crap? Like, what the heck? I felt so bad. And then I was there for like 45 minutes, and everyone was gone. Like, it was done. It was basically done when I got there. So 45 minutes I stayed. And only 20 of that was the party. The rest of it was cleanup. And I stayed for 45 minutes, drove an hour, and then drove an hour back home for 45 minutes. It was awful. And then I have to turn around and go to church tomorrow and drive it again. It was just awful. I was just like, holy cow. Like, this is a bad day. It's not a good day. Then, after we get out, and they lock the doors, they lock the building, I have to spank Killian because he runs away from me. He was like standing with my parents. He runs away and starts running into the parking lot. So I have to spank him because he has to learn not to run away from me and run in the parking lot. And we're steadily saying, no, Killian, no. And the way the parking lot is set up, like where he ran, if he would have went down that hill, they couldn't see him. So if somebody was there or pulling around, they could have hit him. And so I had to spank him. And that, I mean, let's face it, it's not like he gets heavily disciplined, but, you know, it was still a spanking to him, you know. Heavily disciplined. Yeah, right. So, anyway, but I did give him a little pop because he can't go in the parking lot without me. He has to learn to listen to the word no. And he was laughing the whole time like he thought it was a joke, and it's not a joke. He has to understand that that's serious. You can't run in the parking lot. So I grabbed him up with all the stuff in my hands. And, I don't know, he ran away when my mom and dad didn't realize he was running away from them. So, anyway, then that happened. I'm trying to calm him down, and then my parents drive away, and the building's locked, and I figure out, when I pick Killian up, I figure out he's pooped everywhere. So then I have to change him in the back hatch of my car, which I probably left the poop diaper back there because I probably totally forgot it. And I didn't have a trash can, and I wasn't going to stop to throw the poop diaper away. So it's probably still stuck in my car, so my car's going to smell like poop. It's just been a terrible day, okay? It's been a bad day, and my back hurts so bad. I just want to sit here and not get up and say, no, I'm not fixing plates, I'm not giving baths, I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to sit here and revel in my bad day. Just kind of wallow in it a little bit and realize that tomorrow it has to be better, right? But I was telling my girlfriends when I was texting them, I was like, it's days like this you just have to laugh. Like, you totally have to laugh it off because there's no way that you could keep going if you just didn't laugh at yourself. But holy cow, an hour and a half with 3 kids stuck outside trying to get into your own house. It was terrible. I don't even do things like that, but... Oh. Anyway, so we're going to cook dinner, and I'm going to try to remember to get on here and vlog just a little bit with us all together. But until then, I'll see you guys in a little bit.